my friends, welcome back to our study along. I have not given up on you, and I have not given up on this project yet. I say yet only because we are approaching the end of this multi-year study along. If you're joining for the first time, welcome. This is just straight me reading to you and us studying along this collection of letters called The World Order of Baha'u'llah, selected letters by Shoghi Effendi, written in, I believe, exclusively the 30s. Yes. And so I have a collection of videos reading piece by piece this book. You can find a playlist and all kinds of information linked below. Today we are in the letter titled The Unfoldment of World Civilization, in the section called This Age of Transition. And I am predicting that as we approach the end of this book, that I'm going to get myself in all kinds of YouTube trouble, because the next section is very, very long, and it's called The Collapse of And then the one after that is called The Deterioration of Christian Institutions. And I just feel like one way or another, I'm going to get in trouble. But what else is new on this channel? All right, my friends, so let's jump in to this age of transition. It is not my purpose to call to mind, much less to attempt a detailed analysis of the spiritual struggles that have ensued, or to note the victories that have rebounded to the glory of the faith of Baha'u'llah since the day of its foundation. My chief concern is not with the happenings that have distinguished the first, the apostolic age of the Baha'i dispensation, but rather with the outstanding events that are transpiring in and the tendencies which characterize the formative period of its development, this age of transition, whose tribulations are the precursors of the era of blissful felicity, which is to incarnate God's ultimate purpose for all mankind. Well, that's encouraging. So the tribulations of this current era of the Baha'i Faith, we're still in the age of transition, are the precursors to an era of blissful felicity. That's pretty exciting. To the catastrophic fall of mighty kingdoms and empires on the eve of Abdu'l-Baha's departure, whose passing may be said to have ushered in the opening phase of the age of transition in which we now live, I have in a previous communication briefly alluded. The dissolution of the German Empire, the humiliating defeat inflicted upon its ruler, the successor and lineal descendant of the Prussian king and emperor, to whom Baha'u'llah had addressed his solemn and historic warning, together with the extinction of the Austro-Hungarian monarchy, the remnant of the once great Holy Roman Empire, were both precipitated by a war whose outbreak signalized the opening of the age of frustration destined to precede the establishment of the world order of Baha'u'llah. Both of these momentous events may be viewed as the earliest occurrences of that turbulent age, into the outer fringes of whose darkest phase we are now beginning to enter. And this was written in 1936. To the conqueror of Napoleon III, the author of our faith had on the morrow of the king's victory addressed in his most holy book this clear and ominous warning. O King of Berlin, take heed lest pride debar thee from recognizing the dayspring of divine revelation, lest earthly desires shut thee out as by a veil from the Lord of the throne above and of the earth below. Thus counseleth thee the pen of the Most High. He verily is the most gracious, the all-bountiful. Do thou remember the one whose power transcended the power, Napoleon III, and whose station excelled thy station. Where is he? Whither are gone the things he possessed? Take warning and be not of them that are fast asleep. He it was who cast the tablet of God behind him, when we made known unto him what the hosts of tyranny had caused us to suffer. Wherefore disgrace assailed him from all sides, and he went down to dust in great loss. Of course, this is a literal account. He's talking about when Baha'u'llah wrote to Napoleon. This is Baha'u'llah speaking about when he wrote to Napoleon, and Napoleon is said to have cast the letter, tossed it aside, and said something disdainfully. And Baha'u'llah saying, we know what you did, and look what happened. Think deeply, O king, concerning him, and concerning them who, like unto thee, have conquered cities and ruled over men. The All-Merciful brought them down from their palaces to their graves. Be warned, be of them who reflect. The banks of the Rainn, Baha'u'llah in another passage of that same book prophesies, we have seen you covered with gore, inasmuch as the swords of tribulation were drawn against you, and so you shall have another turn. And we hear the lamentations of Berlin, though she be today in conspicuous glory. Woo-wee! That is something to give you chills, isn't it? All right, my friends. Well, that concludes the uncontroversial portion of the end of this letter. That concludes today's reading, which again was The Age of Transition. Thank you for studying along with me. Remember to find supplementary information and the playlist link below. If you would like to support this channel, remember you can join on Patreon. You can check out my online art gallery, and you can also avail yourself of my children's book, Noble Beings, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, linked below. The holiday seasons will be here before you know it. Thank you so much for taking this exploration with me, my friends. Until next time, I wish you the best for playing your unique part in making this world a better place. I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.